Ken Penders is the fucking devil of the Sonic franchise. You may wonder who Ken Penders is, but many Sonic fans know him as the reason so many Sonic characters have been reduced to shells of their old selves in recent years. Ken Penders was Archie Comics' worst Sonic artist and writer. He inserted various innuendo and adult topics into the comics he wrote for, and the characters he made for Archie Sonic are most comparable to randomly generated NFT, quote, art. He is the #1 public enemy of the Sonic fanbase, and his Twitter feed is constantly ratioed by angry Sonic fans, lashing out at him and debunking his claims that he, quote, owns so many Sonic characters from the Archie timeline. Now, before I continue this video any further, I do not, in any way, condone any personal harassment of Mr. Penders on Twitter or anywhere else. However, I also kinda don't want it to stop. It's just too funny, and he definitely deserves it. Seriously, if you decide to ignore this disclaimer, I can't stop you. It's just too funny. I just really don't know why people feel this disclaimer is necessary, because Ken Penders really deserves the hate. Insincere disclaimer aside, let's begin. Now, why do people hate Ken so much? Well, it's complicated, and it's way more than just him making such controversial creative decisions with Archie Sonic. When Virgin Ken left the comic around 2009 or 2010, leaving Chad Ian Flynn as the head writer for the Archie Sonic series, he noticed the 2008 Sonic game made by Sega, BioWare, and EA for the Nintendo DS. In that game, Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood. Now, like I said, Ken had previously created a lot of characters for the earlier Sonic comics, mostly Control-C, Control-V's of Knuckles with one minor visual difference. In 2010, he sued Sega and the co-devs of Sonic Chronicles for copying the Knuckles characters and concepts he owned to make Sonic Chronicles right after the US Patent Office just blindly granted him meaningless copyrights over those characters. So Ken's case went to court several times, and he was dismissed every single time. Meanwhile, Sega and Archie sought to reverse Ken's copy strikes over their IP, so a separate legal case was filed by them against Penders for breach of contract. Unfortunately, Ken stole his contract, so Archie couldn't find it, so they had to settle the case out of court. But that's still not the end of this man's sins against Sonic. During the Super Genesis Wave, which is a continuity event within the Archie Sonic comic series, all of these characters Ken supposedly owned were removed and retconned by Archie, leaving some arcs incomplete or completely ignored. The quality of the comics is said to have gone up significantly after the Super Genesis Wave, but unfortunately, the series was cancelled a few years after that. Given that Ken Penders was gone, and so were his unnecessary characters and arcs, and his disturbing art style, I can imagine the comics were much better received from that point until the end. While this resulted in an increase in the quality of the comics and their writing, it arguably resulted in a decrease in the quality of the franchise in terms of the games. Now, let me tell you something. This all happened during what many Sonic fans refer to as the meta era of the Sonic games. And during this time, Sega issued various mandates regarding Sonic's IP that all licensees, including Sonic Team, were required to follow. The only reason these mandates exist is because of Ken Penders, and many of them led to quality Sonic characters had in the past being completely absent from the franchise after that. Shadow was basically forced to be even more of an edgelord than he already was. Sonic's iconic moments showcasing his best qualities as a hero and as an individual were basically banned from being replicated. And worst of all, these mandates make it nearly impossible for us to have, like, a Sonic Hero sequel, a Shadow the Hedgehog sequel, a sequel to Sonic Unleashed, or even a game worthy of the title Sonic Adventure 3. And remember, all of this is Ken Penders' fault. If he never pulled his dirty tricks, the stories in the games in the meta era would be way better, and most likely wouldn't even be called the meta era. For these reasons, so many Sonic fans legitimately see this man as the Antichrist, the devil, the true villain of the Sonic franchise. Well, rant over. If you want to learn more about what I was ranting about, look up Ken Penders on Sonic's fandom wiki. Look up the Super Genesis wave. Learn more about those court cases that led to all this crap. Go on Ken's Twitter. Oh, and by the means, while you're there, feel free to ignore my disclaimer and ratio the fuck out of that bastard. So until next time, stay safe, stay cool, and go tell Ken I said hi, wouldn't you?